Today we're going to walk through the income tax return Schedule C calculator. When you make the purchase, you will first be able to download the zip file. In the zip file is the Google instructions, the Excel instructions, the demo, which has an already completed document with mock data and also has a blank template version for your completion. In the Google instructions, you'll have a link to the files that you will be able to download when you purchase the product. You just click these links right here and open the Google Doc. Instructions are pretty detailed, so it should be pretty helpful to help you complete your Schedule C. But this is what the detailed PDF instructions look like. And again, there's an Excel version and a Google Sheets version included with your purchase. So this is what the product looks like. There are 5 tabs. The first tab is the setup tab, where you will input your personal information and company information. The second tab is your income and expenses tab, where you will keep track of your income and expenses. The next is your vehicle mileage. You will input any mileage so that you can get a proper deduction for your driving. Your home office deduction tab will you'll enter your square footage for your home office to get and take advantage of the home office deduction. And lastly is your Schedule C, which pulls automatically from the rest of the tabs and is ready for printing for you to file your taxes. Now we're going to open the income tax return Schedule C template, which you can see is a blank file. All the tabs are blank. The vehicle mileage, the home office deduction, and the Schedule C is also blank. And remember, the Google Sheets version is and looks exactly the same. We're just going to walk through the Excel version. So first on the setup tab, you're going to enter your name, David Shimon. I'm going to enter our social security number. We'll enter our business name. We'll enter our EIN for our business, our principal service, our business code, which you could look up on the IRS website, our business address. And now, after we've completed the setup tab, we can see that the personal information on the Schedule C has automatically pulled from the first tab and is set up for you. Next, we're going to enter our income and expenses. So first you'll enter the date. You'll enter what the income relates to. So I could say Etsy January sales, $1,000. And here we're going to select from the drop down the 3 possible options that pull from the Form 1040. So I'm going to put in sales. And we're also going to input an expense line. Let's just say advertising, $35. And again, the expense categories, we select the appropriate expense category from the drop down, which corresponds to the various expense categories on the Schedule C. So I'll just put cost of labor for now. And let's fill out the rest of the income and expenses. After we've entered all of our income and expenses, we can go to the Schedule C and we can see that our income has pulled to Part 1 automatically. And based on the different expense categories that we've entered on our income and expense tab, all of our expenses has also pulled in, calculating our total profit on our Schedule C. Next, we're going to go to the vehicle mileage tab. Um, where we can enter the date, how many miles we drove, and based on the mileage rate, it calculates your mileage deduction. So let's enter one more. Say we drove 100 miles, and let's enter one last one, 150, and our mileage deduction is calculating automatically. And if we look at our Schedule C, we can see that in line 9, our car and truck expense, $201, corresponds to the 201 on the vehicle mileage tab. The $201 deduction is flowing through. Lastly, we have our home office deduction, where we will enter the total square footage of our home, and we can enter the square footage for the part of your home used for business. Let's say we use 300 square feet for our office, and $1,500 is the total deduction that we're going to be able to take this year, and that should be flowing through to our Schedule C right here. You can see that we're getting $1,500 for our home office deduction. And lastly, on our Schedule C, there are a few boxes in highlighted in blue that you got to go through just to check off. But once you make the proper checks and answer the questions correctly, your Schedule C is ready to go.